Hi there. We're going to take a look here on how you support a thesis statement. We've talked quite a bit about what the thesis statement is. Now we need to take a look at how you support that. So in the whole viewpoint of a paper, whether that's a short answer, an email, a blog, an essay, whatever that it is, your thesis statement is on top because it is the most important piece. You have all of your support, which is holding that thesis statement up, and then you have the conclusion, which is what the thesis statement leads to, which is going to be changing the reader's mind, getting them to agree with your viewpoint. So your thesis statement, that's typically the only place in a paper that you're including opinion. Your thesis is the arguable opinion. It is what the entire paper is proving. But all of your support is going to be fact. So you want to make sure that you've got that difference between what's going to be fact and what's going to be opinion. The thesis is opinion, the support is fact. All right, let's take a look at what specifically you're going to use to support that thesis statement. Everything that's listed out here, data, statistics, quotations, examples, all of this sort of thing, all of this is fact, okay? If you come up with data from a scientific organization, that's fact. If you've got statistics on a recent survey, great, that's fact too. All of that information can be used to support your thesis statement and should be used to support your thesis statement. Another thing that's important to understand here is to vary the kind of support that you're using. So as you're writing a paper, the last thing you want to include is just a bunch of quotations from, maybe even from the same person, that are supporting that thesis statement. That's not very strong support. You want to vary that. If you've got a little bit of statistics and a little bit of quotations and one eyewitness account and one comparison and two legal outcomes and one interview result, now you've got this wide variety of different kinds of support that are going to prove that thesis to be true. That's a much better paper. That's a much more interesting piece of writing than one that's stuck just on, I'm just going to include data here. I'm just going to include statistics. Try to vary it. Try to break it up. It's going to it's going to produce a better piece of writing in the end. I hope that this is helpful to your writing. And as you go into supporting your thesis statements, that you understand that lots of different kinds of support is available. Keep it factual, and you're going to have a really strong piece of writing in the end. I hope this is helpful to you, and good luck.